In March this year, Wanja Kimani, a Kenyan citizen, found herself lying on the bed of nails when she thought what would be a grand opportunity in the Middle East turned into a nightmare. For the 3 months that she was stuck in Saudi Arabia, Wanja was denied food, freedom and pushed to her limit. But today it has turned into a happy ending as Wanja is back at home, determined to turn a negative experience into a positive one. Gina Kirori reports.
Right now, my biggest achievement would be to go back home alive.
It is a few minutes to 2 p.m. and we are waiting for Patricia Wanja at the arrival terminus at JKIA. Hers is a familiar story of women whose lives are destroyed in pursuit of an income in the Middle East. She is lucky. Not so many get this opportunity. Minutes later, she walks out, poring over her travel documents, perhaps in disbelief that she has finally landed back home. Despite the twinkle in her eyes, her happiness and freedom have not been a guarantee in the past 3 months.
It has got to a point I'm always shaking. Like, I will just be seated like this, but always shaking.
Wanja had been working in Saudi Arabia as a domestic worker since March 2021, a job she took because she believed it would expose her to greater opportunities in what she describes as a torrid job-seeking environment in Kenya.
You know, when I was coming here, I had told my daughter that I'm coming here so that we can build a home for ourselves, so that I can have some savings and so that I don't have to do odd jobs.
But when Wanja boarded her flight to Saudi Arabia, it was her entry into a cruel world, and nothing could have prepared her for what she had to endure.
Mahara, please.
What kept her going was reuniting with her children. The eagerness to reconnect is evident when she immediately pulls out her phone to call her 7-year-old daughter, who is away at boarding school.
I'm so good, I'm happy, I'm home.
Oh, you're home?
Yeah, it's a long story, I'll tell you all about it tomorrow.
Alright.
See you. Okay, God bless you, I love you.
And once she finally reaches her aunt's home, warm embraces await her.
Little finger, yeah, little finger. Okay.
But there is one embrace that doesn't come quite as swiftly, from her young son, who she fondly calls Fun Fun. When she left, he was barely a year old. Nevertheless, Wanja is patient and determined to remind her son of the strong bond they once shared through their favorite song and game. And moments later, as if mesmerized by familiarity, her son utters the words she has been waiting to hear.
Mom. 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 Hug mom. Hug mom. Hug. Hug.
Wanja is now reflective of her situation and the collaborative effort it took to bring her back home, including help from the International Organization for Migration and friends and family who rallied behind her, especially on social media.
I am just a product of just the efforts of so many people, and that's why I don't take it for granted. That's why I'm so happy even now.
She, however, notes that the situation could have ended far differently.
I know, yeah, we say we want to try our luck and everything, but I would really not encourage anyone to go because it's a gamble that would end with loss of life.
Presently, Wanja's focus is on her children and finding a means of earning a living at home, optimistic that her experience was for a purpose.
Me going to Saudi and coming back alive and coming back earlier than everybody else, I think God wanted me to see that so that I can come and bring it out, and maybe, just maybe, somebody will get their breakthrough.
The Ministry of Labour says that in lieu of the infractions made on the rights of many young women in the Middle East, they are focusing on implementing specific laws and policies to help safeguard their lives. The first is instituting the kafala system, which will make taking away the passports of Kenyan citizens illegal once they arrive in any Middle Eastern country for work, making it mandatory for agencies to load any employees deployed out of the country for work in a system that will be monitored and reviewed by the ministry. and making it a criminal offense for any employer in the Middle East to abuse their employee, making them liable to answer to charges using help from a labor attaché assigned to the various countries. But Wanja says that there is one nagging issue to do with discrimination against Kenyans and Africans in general that leaves them vulnerable to abuse.
Just trying to put one and one together, I just feel that we Kenyans are allocated to the low-income families which already have a reputation for mistreating domestic workers.
Wanja's case is not an isolated incident. Early this month, 3 families raised their alarm on their kin, who they believe died in various countries in the Gulf where they were facing abuse from their employers. The families are appealing to the government to help repatriate the bodies of their loved ones back home for burial. Wanja is among the lucky few whose pendulum of familiarity and comfort of being back home has been rebalanced after escaping abuse in the Gulf. But many others are still in dire need of saving. Gena Kirari, NTV.